Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome in. It's time to talk about module number 5. Now, this week is an awful lot of fun because we have a film and a quick lecture. So the lecture is going to be on motion, but the film is about a lady who finds a Jackson Pollock painting at a thrift store, and she pays like $5 for it. And the documentary basically traces her way of authenticating the painting because today she's asking for about $50 million, a tremendous sum of money. This week, we're also going to be knowing more about the museum visit. You turned in your proposals last week. If you have not done those yet, please complete them so I can say, yes, you can go to that museum. And then this week, it's going to give you a little bit more as to what to do while you're at the museum. We also have a journal entry this week, so I'll go over that as well. So join me. We're going to head over to the Canvas site. I'm going to walk you through module number 5. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. I'm going to go ahead and publish our module for this week. And module 5 has the usual suspects up at the very top, our video, our action plan for the week, and a link to my office hours every Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. This is the link to the documentary here. It's about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes to watch. And it really is a lot of fun. Terry was a fantastic individual. She was one of my friends for the last 9 years of her life, and she even came and spoke to my classes many years ago. Our movie guide is here. Our movie guide is pretty much exactly like the study guide in terms of how it's set up. In terms of, we've got all of the main characters here to help you with the names and spellings and all of that. And then finally, some questions you should think about as you're watching the documentary. With what is presented to you, do you think Terry's painting is authentic? Why doesn't Thomas Hoving believe the painting to be authentic? Do you see division amongst the social classes presented here? We talk about trustworthiness, defining provenance and authorship, and so on. So these are a few things to think about as you are working through the documentary. There will be several questions on the exam, and this may be one of the essay questions as well. So remember, we have some multiple choice and a couple of essay questions on the midterm exam. For the further exploration section, there's just a real quick newspaper article about Terry's passing, which is here, and then also an interview so you can actually see what she was like behind the camera, what she was really like on a day-to-day basis. And I think this video does a pretty good job at that. Our lecture for the week is Motion and the Illusion of Motion. We've got our lecture and study guide. For the further exploration section, we've got a little bit of reading to do on both time and motion and also the modern art movement of futurism. A video on nude descending a staircase, Chris Burden's Metropolis 2 for kinetic art, the only video we have of Jackson Pollock actually painting. I apologize for the music that they put onto this. It's horrible. But it's really cool to see Jackson Pollock painting. And we're going to learn that he is, besides being an abstract expressionist, we also have the term action painter. And if you ever get the chance to see Pollock the movie, I have the trailer here. I also have a segment of the movie here. Both are excellent to watch. And if you can watch the movie sometime after the semester's over, it's definitely worth that. Our journal down below has you creating a color wheel. So we're going to kind of go back to that color theory lecture we had a couple of weeks ago. This will really help you see how many of these colors are created. So with your colored pencils, you probably have like yellow and green. So how do you create colors like yellow-green? Just shading in one direction with yellow and then shading in the perpendicular direction with the other color, such as green. This video will walk you through it. And I would suggest making more of a pie image here for your color wheel rather than doing something fancy where the center is empty. So just take the easy way out on this one. I believe I have all the instructions right up here that will walk you through. And then finally we have the museum visit. So the museum visit proposals you turned in last week, those were accepted. So make sure you wait, make sure you've gotten acceptance from me, and then you can go and visit the art museum. So first thing to do, visit the art museum. Always check the website to make sure it's open the days and hours that you're available to go. You also want to consider the cost of the museums as well. Some of the museums, like LACMA, for instance, is really, really pricey compared to a Norton Simon, compared to a Getty, where you may only be paying costs for parking and that's it. So you might be able to take 4 friends with you and you're only paying $20 to park. You want to spend a minimum of 1 hour at the museum and then write a 1-page reflection about your visit. Pretend you're sitting across from me and you're telling me about your visit. What did you see? What did you like? What did you not like? What the experience was for you. This is also really important. Take a picture of yourself at the art museum. It needs to be in a recognizable area. Usually out in front of the museum is totally fine. Then also submit a scan of a picture ID. This can be a student ID, a driver's license, anything like that that has your picture on it and your name. Please cover any other identifiable information, no numbers, addresses, things like that. Just your picture and your name. That's what I need. And finally, this project, if you can complete it as soon as possible, that works out really well. The submission link is open until April 19th. So for instance, if you told me you were going to go like March 15th and you just couldn't make it that day, it is totally okay. Just make sure this project is done by April 19th. It is worth 30 points, and you did get 10 points for the proposal. And I think, my friends, that is everything for this week. If you have any questions, please jump onto my office hours on Monday or drop me an email. I'll see you shortly to tell you about module number 6.